Hi, this is Mike Morford, host of The Murder in My Family. Although we're in between episodes of the show, I wanted to play a preview for a new limited podcast series that I think you might enjoy. It's from Cadence 13, and it's called Once Upon a Time in the Valley. But just a word of caution. Although this new podcast deals with some of the same shady underside of topics that we occasionally hear about on episodes of The Murder in My Family, Once Upon a Time in the Valley is a little bit more risque. And for that reason, listener discretion is advised. If you like your plots twisty and your feminist icons subversive, this podcast is for you. As you listen to the sneak preview of Once Upon a Time in the Valley, make sure to subscribe on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Enjoy this preview, and I'll see you all back here soon for a new episode of The Murder in My Family.
I'm Lily Analik, a contributing editor to Vanity Fair, and oh, do I have a story for you. It's a real-life psychological thriller and noir mystery set in the mid-1980s in the San Fernando Valley, the porn capital of the world. Just imagine Boogie Nights, if Boogie Nights had a three-way with Gone Girl and A Star is Born. From C13 Originals and me, this is Once Upon a Time in the Valley, featuring Ashley West. Or at least, this is the trailer for Once Upon a Time in the Valley. Think of it as foreplay.
Hi, I'm Tracy Lords. I want to tell you about sex.
It's a fairy tale. Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf. Only the setting isn't a forest. It's a valley. The San Fernando Valley. The hardcore sex capital of the world. And a long, long time ago isn't so very long ago at all. It's the mid-1980s. Red Riding Hood is a porn starlet named Tracy Lords, who's lured into the industry as a wide-eyed 15-year-old high school sophomore.
I never set out to be a porn star. I was on a set. I was supposed to be a girl in a bikini walking around the pool, and I got high enough, a guy hit on me, and it was a filmed thing.
The Big Bad Wolves, a whole pack of them, are the middle-aged adult directors and producers who have Red Riding Hood in their skeezy, sleazy clutches.
She just smelled like sex and looked like sex.
By the time Red Riding Hood turns 18, she's the biggest star in the business.
Tracy was like, the queen.
She's also on the verge of suicide. And then she's saved.
The FBI. They broke down my front door. I was stoned on cocaine. I thought that there was an earthquake or something.
And happily ever after comes in the form of widespread public sympathy for Red Riding Hood, a victim of an industry that ruthlessly desecrates the innocence of young girls and women, and condemnation of that industry.
All of a sudden, we're kiddie porn people.
And so virtue is rewarded, villainy punished. Or do we have the whole thing wrong? Is this Little Red Riding Hood, but with a twist? Put slightly differently, is this Red Riding Hood twisted?
Well, she was so aggressive sexually. She came on to your husband, to your boyfriend. She came on to every male that was around. So who would think that she was underage?
And yeah, sure, the Big Bad Wolves would have preyed on Red Riding Hood, since that's what Big Bad Wolves do. Only she never gave them the chance.
These guys really wanted to, dominate her, but they couldn't do it. She was stronger than all of them.
In fact, Red Riding Hood is the most dangerous predator of all, because she looks like prey. And as it so happens, she almost drove those Big Bad Wolves into extinction.
And he says, Tracy Lords has turned me in. They're going to put me in jail. If you don't give me $5,000, I'm going to come over there and murder your family.
So is she victimized or vengeful? Abused or abuser? Quarry or killer? That depends entirely on who your narrator is. Red Riding Hood or the Big Bad Wolves. Either way, there's never been a Red Riding Hood quite like Tracy Lords.
The most important part about it is desire. You can drive him crazy like that.
And there's never been a story quite like Once Upon a Time in the Valley. From C13 Originals and me, Lily Analik, featuring Ashley West. An adult fairy tale, and a fairy tale for adults.
I'll never forget 1985. She said to me, Christy, don't ever let them use you. Don't ever be a fuck doll.
Listen to Once Upon a Time in the Valley for free now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, radio.com, or wherever you get your shows.